first met or introduced back in like 2011 through church because I sing and he plays the drums. So that's how like we connected the first time. But back in 2014, in June, July-ish, he was majoring in accounting. So I asked him to tutor me and we met at like Starbucks every now and then. And after our session is done, we would just like talk.
I think that's what led us to talking more and more because we started reading books and then we would watch like the movies. And then, yeah, we just talked about like basically all of our different interests.
And that's how I figured that, wow, this guy is actually pretty different than most of the guys out there. When we finally figured out that we actually both liked each other, we never wanted to like say like, oh, I liked you first, oh no, you like me first.
I told her like, oh, I want to see how this works out first because I actually want my first girlfriend to be my wife. It's like kind of like my little Disney dream or whatever. She's like, okay, yeah, let's try this out. We went through that year time of trial run. I felt like we can be completely weird, like we have our own little inside jokes. She was able to break down the walls and open me up so I can be more of myself to her. Once she broke through those barriers, I knew that no one else can do that. When I noticed that, I asked her to be officially my girlfriend.
When we first started dating, after like about 6 months, I found out that I had to go back to Indo because I didn't get my working visa. I guess for him, because he already knew that he was gonna marry his first girlfriend, he made sure that I should at least give it a try. We went on a 2-year-long journey of long distance, and we would only meet each other like every 7 months, 9 months, or 4 months. That's 2 years together, 2 years apart. During long distance, the pro was definitely communication because we are now so good at communicating at each other. The distance itself is not so bad, but I think the time difference, because we have about 14 to 15 hours sometimes. So like it's in the morning for me and it's time for him to sleep. And the same goes to him, like right before I sleep, he would go to work.
I can only speak to her through the phone. So the experience we got from that was something we were able to carry on to our relationship now. Morning.
He would just like show his strength and like, no, it's okay. I mean, if I got it, then you can too, you know, like we got this. So I guess that helps me to like, you know what, I guess I can just like push a little longer. And we beat long distance because we are strong distance.
I felt like having the love for each other was able to keep us close regardless of being physically apart. I knew probably like halfway through our long distance. Proposal was supposed to be at Joshua Tree. When we got there, it was all gloomy and just cloudy and it was gonna rain, so.
I came back and then right before I left back to Indonesia, in the airport, he proposed to me. And people would think that that is so romantic, that it's at the airport, but no, it was not.
So because it was meant for that day, I ended up like, okay, I'll just do it at the airport before she leaves, right? She was getting about to leave, and I was like, oh, I have one little gift for you. And she's like, what do you have?
And then he just popped up this like box, and he opened it, and
yeah, here it is.
Legit, he went,
And then she laughed, and I guess like, I just put it on my finger.
Now looking back, like that is so Raymond. If he didn't do it that way, then that would have not been him.
I asked her to be officially my girlfriend January 30th. We got engaged on November 30th, and then our wedding December 30th.
The long distance by itself, the distance, the traveling that we have to do, the tears that we pour at the airport. If we were to be able to make that 2-year-long journey of a painful distance, we can make it through anything.
Love means to me placing the other person above you first. to love someone else is to always give 100% to the other person, to be someone they can lean on. I don't believe that one person is necessarily your soulmate. It really depends on how you two work together.
Love is patient, and Raymond is very patient, and love is kind. We try to be kind to one another, even though we have to be honest, but we try to do it in a kind way, and love perseveres because we never gave up on each other. We made it through this whole 4 years, and love does not keep track of wrong because eventually love forgives, and love never fails.